Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're going to grab some dried lentils and a couple other basic ingredients and create a dish that's perfect for any time of the year. It's extra special during that chilly weather as it truly warms your soul. We're talking a one-pot tomato lentil soup. This is known as una sopa de lentejas con tomate y arroz. And let me tell you, this lentil soup has layer upon layer of so many simple yet delicious flavors. It's super easy to make, and the best part, all done in a little over 40 minutes, once again, using just one pot. Folks, serve this lentil soup next to a garden salad, crunchy baguette, and of course a bottle of Spanish wine. You have yourself a heartwarming, delicious meal. All right, let's just jump right into this. I'm gonna heat a stock pot with a medium heat and add in a quarter cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. Make sure you use the good stuff here. This is the base fat of the soup and what truly makes a difference. Leave where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop one medium-sized onion, roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic, and finely chop 1 carrot that's been peeled. And like I've told you before, if you prefer, you can chop the ingredients before heating the pan. Then we'll add the chopped vegetables into the stock pot. And we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously. That way everything evenly sautés. After about 4 minutes, and the vegetables are lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar, which is 15 milliliters. You can also use rice wine vinegar here, or even apple cider vinegar. We'll also add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. Half a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 1.5 grams. And a quarter teaspoon of crushed red pepper, which is a little over half a gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. And like I've told you in the past, by adding in the vinegar with the spices right now and lightly sauteing the ingredients, it's going to make them nice and fragrant, which gives this lentil soup a beautiful lift of goodness. Then we'll add in a 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes, which is 425 grams. And give it a mix until it's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes. While the tomatoes are simmering, I'm going to add in 1 cup of dried lentils into a fine sieve, which is 200 grams, and rinse the lentils under some water. For this recipe, I'm using green lentils, but you can use any lentils you like. Just make sure to check the package instructions, as you want to use quick cooking lentils here that are done in about 20 minutes. After simmering the canned tomatoes for about 5 minutes, you can see the juices have slightly reduced. We'll add in the rinsed lentils and 6 cups of vegetable broth, which is 1.5 liters. You can also use chicken broth here, or even water if you like. Either way, link on how to make my homemade veggie broth in the description box below. And we'll also add in 1 bay leaf, turn it up to a high heat, and give it a gentle mix. While the broth is heating, let's prep our final ingredient. I'm going to measure out half a cup of rice, which is 95 grams. I'm using Spanish short grain rice, which is similar to arborio. Of course, you can use any rice you like here. Just make sure to check the package instructions, as once again, you want to use the rice just like the lentils that are done in about 20 minutes. Once the broth comes to a boil, we'll add in the rice. And we'll give it one final mix. That way everything's evenly distributed. And then we'll place the lid on the stock pot and lower the fire to a low heat. And we're going to simmer this for about 20 minutes until the lentils and the rice are just cooked through. Once again, make sure to check the package instructions in those ingredients. That way you get your cooking times right on the money. After simmering the soup for 20 minutes, which in my case should be perfectly cooked through, this is ready to go. You know, you can always try the lentils and rice just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, you simmer this for a bit longer and add in more liquid as needed. For the final step, I'm going to season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it one final mix. And like I've told you in the past, when you're working with dried beans, you want to season them once they're cooked. If you season them beforehand, it's going to take them longer to cook and they might end up with a tough texture. Then we'll transfer some of our soup into a shallow bowl and garnish with some fresh parsley. Check it out, our 1 pot tomato lentil soup is done. Easy to make, the simplest ingredients, and all done in a little over 40 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. So as you can see, today when I used the trusty stovetop to make this recipe, as they're working on my building and they shut down the gas. Luckily I had that backup electric one so we could get this done. Either way, so excited to try this. Here we go. Today's one of those days you gotta come in for a double one. Check this out. Like I told you at the beginning, the perfect dish for any time of the year. They're extra special during those chilly days like the one I'm having today. That's with that bite warms your soul and fills your body with so much goodness. Easy to make, the simplest ingredients, so many great flavors. Give it a try at home. Once again, next to a garden salad, crunchy bag and a bottle of Spanish wine, you have yourself a fabulous meal. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, John Kachanowski, John Dayan, and Juan Iturri. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.